What if I told you that by 2026, your phone won't need apps anymore? That AI will build what you need on the fly just by listening to your voice. Today, we are covering some massive developments that are going to change everything. Google just dropped an AI browser that creates custom apps from your tabs in real time. OpenAI is turning ChatGPT into an actual operating system. AI video generation is now happening live as you watch it. Apple is building its own AI chips to power all of this. Plus, scientists built a robot smaller than 1 millimeter that can think on its own. And we'll talk about why your morning coffee might actually be making you biologically younger. Let's get into it. So let's start with the biggest shift happening right now. The future of mobile computing isn't about apps anymore. It's about voice commands that handle everything for you. Imagine telling your phone to find you a route somewhere, cancel your afternoon meetings, and give you a list of tasks you need to complete today. And it just does all of that automatically without you touching anything. This isn't some distant future concept. It's actually happening right now. A Chinese company called Zei just made their Auto GL system completely open source for phones. You literally tell the AI what you want done and it executes those tasks within your apps. Now yes, it's a Chinese company, so giving it full access to your phone feels pretty risky at this point. But here's the thing, Google is clearly moving in this exact same direction, and we are seeing the evidence everywhere. Google just launched something called an email agent, and it's designed to automate your entire workflow. You can tell it to add something to your calendar and it just does it instantly. Every single morning it can summarize all your meetings for the day, your complete to-do list, everything you need to know. The way it works is it pulls information from Google Drive, your Google Calendar, and basically the entire Google suite of apps. Then it figures out exactly what you need based on all that data. You literally just send it an email with a request and it executes the task for you. But that's just the beginning of what Google is doing. They also just released an AI browser called Disco. And this thing completely reimagines how we browse the internet. You ask the AI for something, it gives you results like normal. But here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of you opening a dozen different tabs and jumping between them, the browser actually combines all of those tabs into one single interactive app that it builds for you on the spot. In their demonstration video, someone was planning a road trip. Links started appearing, tabs opened up like usual, but then the browser did something wild. It turned all those separate tabs into one unified web app. You could interact with everything in one place, modify features just by asking, and even add things like a weather widget just by telling the AI you want it. The AI literally built a custom tool in real time based on what that person needed. And Google Chrome itself is also getting native AI integration built directly into it. You'll be able to upload files, interact with content, and do all kinds of things powered by AI without leaving your browser. If you connect all these dots, you can see exactly where Google is heading. They want AI to handle everything. No more downloading and installing apps. Instead, the AI just builds exactly what you need in real time, completely tailored to your specific requirements. And we're probably going to see this become mainstream by 2026. Now ChatGPT is trying to do the exact same thing. They're literally turning ChatGPT into an operating system. You tell it what you need done and it handles all the tasks for you automatically. This is genuinely the future of computing. We are not going to be doing things manually anymore. We'll just tell the AI what we want and it gets done. That's the direction everything is moving. Speaking of AI capabilities, let's talk about image generation because things are getting absolutely insane. OpenAI just released their Image 1.5 model and we tested it pretty extensively. The results are honestly incredible. We're talking about quality that rivals Midjourney Pro level output. In some test cases, it actually looked even better than Midjourney. Let me describe what we did. We ran a blind test with two images. One was generated by Google's Imagen Pro and the other by ChatGPT's Image 1.5. When you look at them side by side, it's actually hard to tell which one is better. They're both producing professional grade results. Meanwhile, Black Forest Labs just dropped Flux 2 Max. This thing can take up to 10 different reference images and generate photos up to 4 megapixels in resolution. The pace at which image generation technology is advancing is honestly getting ridiculous. But images are just the beginning. AI video generation is where things are getting really wild. Runway just upgraded their system to generation 4.5. The lip syncing is significantly better now, and when you see the results, they're legitimately impressive. The quality is getting closer and closer to what you'd expect from professional video production. But here's where it gets truly mind-blowing. A company called Odyssey just launched Odyssey 2 Pro, and it does something that sounds impossible: live video generation. You type in a prompt and the video starts rendering as it plays in front of you. Real-time video creation as you're watching it. We are genuinely entering completely uncharted territory with this technology. Adobe Firefly now has prompt-based video editing built in. You can just describe what you want to change in a video and it does it. And if you have their premium or pro plan, you currently get unlimited image and video generation until January 15th. So if you have access to that, definitely take advantage of it while you can. Now let's talk about something that's going to change web development. Cursor just released a visual editor that works directly in your browser. You can directly edit elements on a web page, drag content blocks up and down, change text with a double click. Before this update, you had to describe what you wanted changed and hope the AI understood you correctly. Now it's like using a drag and drop website builder, except it's completely AI powered and way more intelligent. I'm genuinely wondering what's going to happen to traditional website builders at this point. If AI can build and edit websites this easily, what's the point of the old tools? Here's something that blew my mind. OpenAI revealed that they built the entire Android app for Sora in just 28 days using a system called Codex. 85% of the entire codebase was generated by GPT 5.1 Codex model. And get this, the crash-free rate of the app was 99.9%. That's an absolutely insane number for any app, let alone one that was built in less than a month using mostly AI-generated code. Now let's talk about something that honestly scares me a little bit. The co-founder of DeepMind recently said there's a 50% chance we'll see minimal AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, by 2028. And full AGI could potentially happen within 3 to 6 years from now. I don't know how that makes you feel, but the speed at which this technology is advancing is genuinely staggering. Entire jobs, entire industries, complete ways of working are about to fundamentally change. The people who understand AI right now and who are actively building things with it today are going to have a massive advantage when these tools become fully refined and accessible to everyone. Just imagine this scenario. Video generation technology gets so good that you can write a complete story, have AI generate all the visuals, add voice acting, music, everything, and then release an actual full-length movie. That future is way closer than most people think. And the people who have been practicing and learning these tools right now will be the ones who completely dominate when that time comes. Let's talk about what Apple is doing because their strategy is really interesting. Apple is building its own AI server chip called Baltra. They're partnering with Broadcom to manufacture it and they're using a 3 nanometer manufacturing process. Mass production is targeted for sometime between 2026 and 2027. Here's what happened. Apple realized they can't crack large language models on their own. They're just not as good at it as Google or OpenAI. So according to reports, they're actually working with Google to build a custom version of their language model specifically for Apple. Apple will pay Google for it, but then they'll run it on their own custom compute hardware. This ties directly into the future we talked about earlier. Apps being built on your phone in real time, AI doing everything automatically. But there's a huge issue here, privacy concerns. Why would anyone want to reveal everything about their life to an AI system? This is exactly where Apple's vision comes in. Their approach is all about personal compute. Instead of sending all your data to the cloud for processing, everything happens locally on your own device. Your data never leaves your phone. That's the direction Apple is heading, and it actually makes a lot of sense given their focus on privacy. Let me tell you about something really cool happening in robotics. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania just built a robot that's smaller than 1 millimeter. Let me repeat that, smaller than 1 millimeter. And this tiny robot can sense its environment, think about what it's sensing, and then act based on that information. Just imagine the possibilities here. Delivering medicine to very specific parts of the human body, repairing organs from the inside without invasive surgery, maybe even powering future technology in ways we haven't even thought of yet. We're talking about robots so small they could travel through your bloodstream. This is seriously just the beginning of what's possible. Now let's talk about the AI model wars because Nvidia just made a huge move. They released NVBot 3, which is now officially the best open source large language model in the world. Nvidia has a massive advantage here that other companies don't have. They make both the processors that run AI and the AI models themselves. When the same company builds both the hardware and the software together, everything runs smoother, faster, and more efficiently. It's a huge competitive edge. Microsoft just released something called Trellis 2, and this is a 3D model that generates absolutely insane results. You type in a text prompt describing what you want, and it creates detailed 3D images with incredibly realistic textures and lighting. The quality is honestly stunning. Let me paint a picture of where this might be going. Imagine you have a household robot and a 3D printer in your home. One day, the robot's hand mechanism breaks down. The robot recognizes the problem, uses AI to design a replacement part, sends that design to the 3D printer, waits for it to finish printing, and then installs the new part on itself. Completely autonomous repair. That's genuinely the kind of future we are heading toward. Okay, let's talk about something a bit different. Coffee. A recent study just came out that found drinking coffee regularly can reduce mental stress levels and might actually make you up to 5 years biologically younger. The antioxidants in coffee lower your stress levels throughout the day, and that has all kinds of positive cascade effects throughout your entire body. There was also another study that came out recently with an interesting finding. It turns out that intelligence is primarily inherited from your mother, while survival instincts are inherited from your father. So if you're smart, you should probably thank your mom. Before we wrap up, let me quickly mention something Meta released. It's called SAM Audio, and it's an extension of their video segmentation model, but for audio. What it does is separate different layers of audio, making it way easier to isolate and manipulate individual sounds in a recording. This is going to be super useful for audio editing and music production. Alright, that's everything for today's tech news. The world of technology is moving faster than ever. AI is building apps on the fly just from voice commands. It's generating Hollywood quality videos in real time. We might see AGI within just a few years. The big question is, are you ready for what's coming? Drop a comment and let me know which topic surprised you the most. Was it the AI browser that builds custom apps? The real-time video generation? That 1mm robot that can think? Let me know what you think about all of this. And don't forget to like, subscribe to channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.